YAH speaks to my people. Now, this letter here was written February the 21st, 2011. That's 2011. I wrote this at 7:22 a.m. 7:22 a.m. in the morning. 7:22:20 seconds to be exact. Now, the name of this is called My Visions. My visions, my people. I had these visions, but I wanted to put them on paper to reach my people, to let them know my calling. So let me start out and read my visions. I want you all to pause for a moment and just meditate to yourself and ask for this wisdom. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Now, let me read this here so you all can get what you've been looking for. And maybe now, my people, you may just turn back. My visions. I have had visions that are nightmares. What I saw was beyond terrifying. It was lawlessness unimaginable. My future life always has been a deja vu. Let me tell you what I saw and meant. Here are some of my visions along with factual information of government planned destruction for my people. Previously, in one of my letters, I told you all about how the governments and the secret elite societies were planning destruction of my people. I said that a genocide was being performed on this generation of civilization. This is a Roman-German orchestrated order to create world control. I'm sorry, Black ethnic folks. You all are not included in this plan. Yes, you are. You all are being poisoned along with races of people that has lost their soul for this same wicked new order. Let that sink in for a second. Okay. I also mentioned last year how paper money would not have any value to it. And in this, if you are rich, you will be poor. I also told you, stars, that you all were pawn pieces on a chessboard. Most of you all are being used to fulfill the masters of this world agenda and new world order. I mentioned how I was chosen from the God of Israel. Number 3, the writer. Read Isaiah chapter 44, verse 5 through 11. And read chapter 44, verse 21 through 22 in the Holy Bible. In our history, if you can remember, it was the Germans and the Roman Empire that invaded Israel and displaced truth from my people. They truly invaded Israel and stole my heritage from my people. They did this by creating their own God for worship and forming new books of man to be passed down from generation to generation. This agenda was also created by demonizing and feminizing men into this generation through optic and visual hypnosis of music and television. Ask any God-fearing servant or you study the Old Testament and see for yourself. My God of Israel will have my salvation by all means necessary. I am the one whom the prophet spoke about in the old time. The people that knows truth about me and has in their heart to destroy me, it will be what's in their own hearts that will fall upon their own heads. I know that it is a many that hate my God of Israel, whom is in the heavens and I'm on earth. My father taught me we are as one. It is also written that I was coming in the last days and will show my vengeance and will ultimately destroy my enemies. This would be the day of my wrath, and it will not be pretty. I wish my black people, my colored people, will understand that I am for them first, and wish that all other races will pay attributes to my people. We are your parents, and you all are our children, now cousins, now this reptilian race. You have done enough destruction by entwining yourselves with natural people, hybrids now. So give the respect back and give up your control tactics, because this land belongs to us all. And soon you will see this. Everything my father created will be free to us, and we will be healed and blessed with long life as trees. First, the curse must be broken, and truth must be rendered. All mankind must do as my people will have to do, which you all must change your wickedness, and humble yourselves, and contrite your hearts. It takes the true word of your God of Israel for deliverance and healing of this land. Hear my words, and seek my face, and learn truth, and then and only then will blessings flow like the new rivers. Until then, refusing your God's word and rebuking me as his chosen will steadily bring plagues and curses to this earth. Now, with all of this said, I saw tanks going up and down the streets. Let me let you all let that sink in for a minute. Now, with all of that being said, I saw tanks going up and down the streets. People were rioting and looting from house to house. This was a revolution of epic proportions. Black on black, atheists against Christians, Muslims against Jews, Arabs against Pakistanis, Koreans against North Koreans, Japanese against Americans, China against Americans, Russia against Americans, Iran against Americans, and their allies against Americans, and on. There were houses and buildings on fire, and crowds of people were going door to door killing. There was destruction like never before. People would be barricading themselves in their homes and wherever they could. The sirens were ringing out. The President of the United States, he comes out in a public speech and announced this, saying, "People of the United States, this is your president. I come to announce that I am no longer in leadership. Do as you are told. We as a nation are not a nation no longer, but are under an authority of a force not to be reckoned with. I stand down, and may God be with us all." There was panic like never before. Now, me being chosen by God in the heavens, I was furious. See, I told the people in one of my letters that this would happen purposely by their governments. Nobody listened to me, nor adhered to the warning signs. During this mass hysteria, bombs went off, and many soldiers marched from street to street, killing and raping and destroying everything in their path. These were brute beasts that did not want money, nor power, but death. As you may remember, I asked these wicked rulers not to order the hurt of the widow, homeless, fatherless, elderly, nor kill the inmates, but release them. But because everyone loved their ways of evil, these plagues had to be fulfilled. It is written, my Father will close the people's eyes and ears. Everyone will to be greatly ashamed in the appointed time of my exaltation. So beforehand, violence erupted. People between the opposed and the proposers. There was not any order at all. Starvation and sickness along with scorching hot temperatures. Food was like buying a new car. Everyone can't do it. People were in fear like never before. These soldiers easily cleaned cities. The people were weak with the women trying to defend their women whom they married. Also the weak man tried to defend his married man. It was no help for this generation of evil, for they were cursed with on the top of a curse. Oh, how they cried out to the crosses around their necks. Oh, how they cried out to the crosses around their necks and found out it had no power. The name that they called did not deliver. Tears of fear and rage was amongst this wicked generation. I thought, these are the people who heard and saw me. They all mocked me and my God of Israel. They did not know me, but hate in their heart against me. Now, back to the visions. Some people I saw, them in stores that were owned by foreigners. They were told by the new authority, if you are with a spouse or loved one, a choice had to be made. In that choice, I saw that one person had to decide who would live and who would die. So if it were family, only one could stay alive. I saw all of this. I thought to myself, I warned these nations. I warned the nations. Not one has listened. Once again, I told the governments to release the prisoners. Don't hurt the widows and the elderly, nor harm the fatherless, and let me free my people from this genocide. Some of my people had become newscasters, movie stars, well-paid musicians. They were very high on the horse. They did not listen to me, but made fun and rebuked their chosen one who holds the spirit of the God of Israel. This saith thy God is over all things, in all spirits, in all worlds, and has all power over mankind, the beasts, and the aliens, and the hybrids, given to me before my birth was even born. Now back to the visions. The prisoners were killed first. Thousands and thousands of strong black men who were kept in constructed caves like animals for being taught how to be animals. I guess this was payback for these Canaanite masters of this world. All this for their years of cavemanship, punishment. These prisoners, peoples, kids, elderly were killed in massive numbers by this unified sabotage governed force of white supremacy. All of this could not have happened without the deception and lies. But first, before the petition of the Kill Bill, all the smart niggas that they call them, and the entertainers and rappers, movie stars, who helped bash their only hope, were killed. This evil, wicked governing force has no need for entertainment anymore. And I tried to warn them. Not now. They didn't have no reason. I'm saying to myself, I warned this generation of people and no one listened. Well, the visions get even deeper. While that was going on, and as people were outside in panic, a loud drone sound with a Mozart type of thing was heard throughout the world. Look up in the sky. Here it comes. It's a bird. No, it's a plane. No, it's the spaceships. Yes, spaceships. UFOs. Whatever you want to call them. People did not know whether to be happy or run. I saw many were pointing and still in amazement. They were everywhere, flying around and disappearing only to come again. Strangely, I remember a war between our aircrafts and alien aircrafts. I said to myself, I tried to warn them. I warned the people of Project Bluebeam, a hologram satellite project which turns the whole sky to a movie projector. I always saw it coming. Yes, right under the people's noses. Millions of towers were placed throughout the world, giving off low and mid-range frequencies of sound. These sounds could give off subconscious intel and conscious intel of sounds heard aloud. Also, there were millions of satellites in the space that would coincide with the towers of speakers to produce a hologram with sound of magnitude proportions. The people were all deceived. The same sky television or hologram would also take each nation messiah of worship and produce their own one God of worship in the sky. Does this sound familiar? Deliverance from the sky in the clouds. Now I'm telling you all that you all are being deceived. I am already here and will deliver justice, but you all have to know that these beasts are capable of pulling off another world hoax. Yeah, I don't mean to be racial, but a blue-eyed, blonde-haired white man that has relations with the Queen, Prince Arthur, is it you? Or is it the Pope? Or is it you, Elon Musk? It's him. He is one that is chosen, and I am the chosen one by God himself, the universe himself. Here I am. When I destroy my enemies and bring low my adversaries, you all will see. Now, do you think that he really is going to save my people or low-class people, period? No, no, no. You all will be put in rainbow coalitions of slavery. This is if you are one of the survivors. Now take in mind, only way this regime can pull this off is by pure chaos. The people will have to be willing to settle for anything that seems to put life back into some type of order. I gave them a C-, but I should have given them an A+. Why? Because they did an excellent job in turning my people against me. They will fail to find an exam that I will create for them all. Back to the visions. Being that though only media personnel and elitists and politicians knew about my letters and truth and certain government intel, what information that they could give did not matter. They were also killed during this chaos by this elite supreme society. Preachers, you sold your soul. Their soul. Preachers who sold their soul and hid truth, along with taking an oath, a Masonic oath against me, they were killed by their own people. There was none to save. You all have been deceived on every level. I said I tried to warn the people, and they mocked me. Your enemies have played you all. The whole world has been deceived. People of like skin was at war with each other, except the European Aryan nation, which included the Germans. They stood together for their own cause. The swastika, what they call it, had their minds on my land. My mind reached to the heavens, and I said, Father, with tears in my eyes, just like the tears that's rolling down my eyes now, I said, Father, I love my people, but they hated me so. I was there amongst them, and none listened. So I poured out my anger of vengeance, and I flooded the lands, and I blew the tops off the volcanoes, and I even shook the earth time to time, but this time mightily. I tried to freeze their bones off for attention, and I gave them hell beating down on their houses and cars. I even spread it far across the fields so they could see my anger as a warning. They all ignored and stayed drunken in their own spirits. And did I not mention before these weather changes that I would do it? They deceived my people by blaming my signs of vengeance on global warming. The worst thing that they did was to keep me secret and to hold a forged lie against me in my life. What can I do, Father? I saw my people who were the creators of all these people across the world, and not one knew their place. I said, Father, it is I who has been chosen to wake the people. It was my people who oppressed me and refused to listen to me. Father, as my mind looked from heaven, in which you gave me the most high spirit, the tears stopped from my eyes. And I said to myself, it is not too late. For 2,000 years or more, my people has been lost. If it didn't get worse, some of my people would go against me in war. Me against a multitude. I stood still, and they roared loudly. At the twinkling of an eye, just as the birds fell from the sky, and the fish washed upon the shore, at the great sound of thunder, and the lightning bolts, ravaging the earth, and the heavens shook to and fro, destroying all of my enemies before me. My people and I were saved by my Father, which is I, that goes before me. This was the new generation to start, and also a null and void for the wicked governed new world order. I say this, saith your God of Israel. I will not turn back nor relent, nor will the Lord glory be given to another. This is said, written, decreed, and done. All of this will come to pass in this generation. So then I said, how do I stop this madness? For it is all on the Father and I, for we are one. Many has been sacrificed in this spiritual war on earth. Everything that people thought that they knew nothing. So here I was, alone in this world of blindness and hatred, a people of nations of non-existence. Here's what I would do for my Israelites, my African folks across the land, people who defied and rebuked me. And here's what I would do for my children of no color. And here's what I would do for those whom my Father created that are not of my kind, alien kind, hybrid kind. Remember, what is a mystery to the world? It's my life. I am God's witness and did say, I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I will tell you the end in the beginning, before I let the force of air and the principalities of evil whom has stood with many generations, of Cain, who hates me so. And before I allowed them to destroy my people and I, those humble, contrite, spirited people, these people of this generation of last, that is surrounded by those who has turned their faces on truth and has helped oppress my people and I will reach out again and open my arms, only to say, you don't have to die. Turn to your God of righteousness and adhere to what he has brought me to here to say. Seek my face and be taught truth. You can be saved during these last days before the beginning. Many people will be allowed to die by the sword because of their wickedness and evil. The others, the wicked liars and deceivers, they will be caught in their own net. But those that's chosen, they will not be touched. For before any harm happened to them, not only will the earth be shaken, but the heavens will shake too. This saith your God of Israel. Anything that is not destroyed or shaken and not moved, and any person that is not harmed, this will be my kingdom on earth, and these will be my people. This saith your God of Israel. Your God, unreal Israel. Who can I know? YAH, 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 YAH has spoken. I want you all to know that I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. For I will see this madness play out with my own eyes. You all are out of order up top. You all are out of universal order. And you all has to deal with my reckoning, leaders of this world. You 3%ers, that's what they call you. It is I that stand before you that will break down all your walls. YAH has spoken. YAH has spoken. To my people that's listening in, that heard my voice, and knows in their heart now that we have a future. We don't have to fight no more. For a new day is come, and it's coming. I've given out a universal order for those nations who have allied with YAH. You have a job to do. At the sound of my trumpet, that you will hear. Move in. And as I shake this earth, let's go ahead and show these guys that it is I, YAH, that controls and runs this world. And this world will be run in the righteous way, giving back to the people. Giving back to the people. Give back to my kind. Give back to the alien kind. You come out the closet now. Oh, pieces will become. Unity will come. We will get our overstanding because it is I, YAH, that will make right. We will share the minerals and things of this earth amongst our nations. You don't have to change your nation of your culture because you're all kindred cousins now. I would like to see what they call in my world a potluck, where all the nations come before me and come together as one, showing me their attributes and their dance and their praise and their glory and their food. And as we all come together before my own people and show the love before I, YAH, and those that has been chosen up unto me, that we can live beautiful together as one, as my own show love back, because they will have new hearts and will be an example of what I, YAH, propose for the whole world to see, that it is I that takes the dirt and wash it and make it clean forever and forevermore. And there is no other. Henry Israel, Mr. Henry.